really helps me out. Stu, Mr. I know it's your birthday, but are you? Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't help myself.
I'll wait to see what's going on. Yeah, let's ring.
Good for a young man.
I had a toast for Stu. A couple of things that I wrote down that I'd like to share with you.
Oh boy.
The first is that there are some benefits to old age. One thing is that that once you reach old age, you experience less peer pressure. You can say, when I was your age, more and more people. If you're taken hostage, you'll be the first one to be released. You just can't stand people who are intolerant. Your children start to wrinkle.
Don't do it, Alexis.
You still have the same old spark, but it takes longer to ignite. You know all the answers, but nobody's asking any questions.
that is so true.
You've lived long enough to know your way around, but you're not going anywhere. My favorite is, you finally reach the top of the ladder only to find it's leaning on the wrong wall. And there's a sort of a Mother Goose rhyme that I sort of transpose a little bit, and I'll read it to you. The golden years have come at last. Why don't I feel this is a blast? I cannot see, I cannot pee, I cannot chew, what can I do? My memory shrinks, my hearing stinks, my sense of smell, I look like hell. My body's drooping, got trouble pooping, and people ask, why am I stooping? The golden years have come at last, the golden years can kiss my ass. Because I play golf with Stu, and he's just a dear friend. My favorite country song, and this is a toast that I would like to make to Stu, is the words from my favorite country song, and that is, you're not as good as you once were, but you're as good once as you ever was.
All right.
Happy
Well, I'm Persian, I'd like to read the little translation of a poem by Omar Khayyam. And I think fits his personality.
Yep.
It basically says that if you're sitting with a heavenly beauty, where is she?
Oh,
Right there.
there she is, the beauty.
Be happy. If you are moving through the stages of life, be happy. Since the end is going to be we don't know what, so pretend you don't know anything. Since you're here, be happy.
He also said that we need to grow, but we also need to be pruned. Stu, you don't need to prune anymore. Stu called me his oldest friend years, so I feel very privileged and honored to be here tonight. I told him I would be kind, but I can go way back with Stu, and I'm going to try and do that in a way that kind of takes our life right up to this moment. And I've got about 6 stages of our relationship I'd like to share with the group. First one was in Minnetonka Beach, where Stu and I grew up. And Kathy will remember me that time. I call that the Mark Twain era. We were like Huck, Finn, and Tom, so Lake Minnetonka was our river. You know, it's a very, I always use it. The streets of Minnetonka Beach were not exactly the streets of, urban America or anything like that, but we had an awfully good time in Minnetonka Beach. great place to grow up. We moved from that time to what I call remember the movie car, or what is it? Planes, trains, and automobiles?
Right.
We had boats, cars, and sports. When we were in our early teens, before we had early teens, and then when we got our driver's license. The Ripple, the Expo, we had the correct craft. We spent a lot of time over at Big Island and things like that. Fond memories there. And we moved from that age to our school careers. Stu went to Breck, I went to Blake. We ended up playing hockey against each other. Baseball. Baseball. I got to go back on the baseball, because before we went and formally did baseball, Stu was the pitcher and I was the catcher.
What's bad?
That reminds me of another movie, The Bad News Bears. I was always running to the backstop to get a ball. Or you throw it right down the middle of the plate. I was, catch it. Anyway, we went to school, and then college. Stu went west, I went east, and kind of went our different ways then. And then as we got into our early 20s, I call it the hair period. Remember the Broadway show, the hair and everything? We had different styles. I had hair under my lip, and Stu had hair.
Did you really?
Had a beard. That was his beard period. And we both grew out of that, thankfully. Then we started our family, met our wives and spouses, and started adulthood. I've been in manufacturing, Stu's been in real estate, gone our ways and everything, and we shared a lot of ups and downs together. And I got a little, and Weaver and your dad always like to rhyme things.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Just got a little.
So good at that. So good.
Okay. We traveled many miles together, and most of them have been smiles. Where we go from here, we go with good cheer.
Thank you.